Taylor Swift's song and video for Look What You Made Me Do is in fact the very thing that sparked the creation of this entire channel last year. My first video ever was titled The Truth About Look What You Made Me Do, and that video was eventually taken down. Today, I'm going to show you what was in that video as well as the progression and confirmation of things said in that video, since Taylor has come out with a lot of new stuff recently. Back in August of 2017, Taylor had been missing the entire year and came back into society by deleting everything off of all of her social media accounts and writing in her social media bios, "The old Taylor can't come to the phone right now because she's dead." If you scroll through her Instagram, you'll see that the first thing that she ever posted were these 3 snakes, and these were the first things she posted when she came back into the spotlight. When the snakes were posted and Taylor was returning for her 6th album, it was all while she was having a feud with Katy Perry. And this is apparently what sparked Taylor's death of her old self and her new, darker transformation. If you're new to this channel, I'd like to say welcome and give a brief explanation of what this channel is about. By watching these videos, you will begin to understand the true meaning of fame in Hollywood and how it is all derived from one source, and that source is the occult. Ironically enough, Katy Perry's career began in a church as Katie Hudson, where she produced a Christian album and sang only about the love of Jesus. When Katy Perry says in an interview that she sold her soul to the devil,
"Sold my soul to the devil. Sold my soul.
It is not a joke to her family, and it's not a joke to her. I just want to explain that there's a lot of symbolism in these music videos, specifically snakes. Taylor Swift uses the Ouroboros continuously throughout the lyric video, and this is a satanic symbol, originating from Gnosticism and Hermeticism, as well as alchemy. In the beginning of the song, you could definitely say that this is all metaphorical. Taylor is just being Taylor, but as the song progresses, it will become obvious that this is actually more than a metaphor, and it's very biblical, and it is coming from the devil's point of view. He says, "I don't like the role you made me play of the fool. No, I don't like you. But I got smarter, I got harder in the nick of time. Honey, I rose up from the dead. I do it all the time." Something you should know about the devil is he is a whoremonger, and he does in fact possess people. This is him rising from the dead. Now here's where it gets a little bit creepy, and this is actually what gave it away for me. He says, "I've got a list of names, and yours is in red underlined. I check it once, and I check it twice." This is a reference to Santa Claus and his list.
He's making a list and checking it twice.
And something that you'll probably find disturbing is that Santa originated as a metaphor for Satan and remains that way today. It sounds crazy? Well, hear me out on a few things. When you look up the definition for Old Nick,
Old Saint Nick,
you see it as a reference to the devil. The phrase ho 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 was originally used in many Old English plays indicating the devil's presence. In the Bible, it says about the devil, "He who entereth not by door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same as a thief or a robber." Well, that's exactly what Santa Claus does. In testimonies of ex-Satan worshippers who claim to have astral projection and have met the devil, they mention that Lucifer has a book of names with a list of all the people who are condemned to hell. A naughty list, if you will. In the testimony of Pastor Jonas, he states that hell is divided into 3 sections: the astral world, the third part is Hades, and the second part is specifically dubbed the furnace, Lucifer's furnace. In the Bible, it says in Jeremiah 10:2-4, "Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the sign in the heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain, for one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with an axe, they deck it with silver and gold, and they fasten it with nails." This entire Christmas holiday has nothing to do with Christ, and it is in fact a pagan holiday. Now that's out of the way, we see that Taylor is priming the rest of her lyrics with this Santa Claus allegory, because without it, maybe this could all just be a metaphor. But because of it, we really should be able to see the meaning of the rest of the song. "I don't like your kingdom keys, they once belonged to me." The kingdom she's talking about is the kingdom of heaven. For in the Bible it says, "I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not overcome it. I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven." You locked me out and threw a feast. This is what happened to Lucifer. So now you obviously must understand that even if you don't believe that Taylor Swift has sold her soul to the devil, you should at least see that this entire song is an allegory to Lucifer's fall and Lucifer's story. She is quite literally playing Lucifer in this video. The world moves on, another day, another drama. Now here's where I want to show you that this whole feud with Katy Perry is totally fake, and there is a connection between the two hit songs that came out at the same time, Katy Perry's Swish Swish and Taylor Swift's Look What You Made Me Do. They claim to be fighting, but it's almost as if the same person directed all the lyrics, all of the performances for both of these songs. Again, there are biblical metaphors in both of the songs. Katy Perry says, "Karma is not a liar." Taylor Swift says, "All I think about is karma." Katy says, "Keep calm, honey." Taylor says, "Honey, I rose up from the dead." Katy's song interpolates Can't Touch This from 1990. Look What You Made Me Do interpolates Too Sexy for My Shirt from 1992. Both songs and videos feature men in high heels. I mean, come on, wake up. They're not fighting. These songs were meant to come out at the same time. It was planned. They make up all of this drama so that they have an excuse to parade snakes and satanic symbols throughout the media and give them weird names like Karen and have a bunch of little girls worship it at a concert. It's all a ruse, and it's much darker than you think. The music video for Taylor Swift's song Me begins by showing a snake slithering up to the camera. What you must notice is that the snake is actually blind in one eye. This again is making reference to the Bible and the Bible's depiction of the Antichrist, where it says, "One eye will be darkened." The TS6 era was defined by the snake, and that was the representative animal of her whole tour, whereas this new era seems to be identified by the butterfly. The butterfly is again another primary symbol of the occult, and it's such a mainstream conspiracy theory that we're not even going to get into it. You can look up MKUltra if you want to learn about this, but this conspiracy theory is another ruse. People believing it's mind control, people believing in clones. I mean, on a certain level it is mind control, but it's not programming celebrities like robots. It is demonic. I have already covered this in my last video, but there's a band out there now called the Strumbellas, and they also utilize a lot of this occult symbolism. And the two animals that they also use to represent themselves again is the butterfly and the snake. Their song is called Spirits, and they use it to get entire crowds at their show to formally request God to send them to hell. Most of their albums feature snakes and eyes, so I think we all know what that means by now, but watch as they get the entire crowd to all in unison deny God's promise, as in the Bible it states throughout the whole Bible that those who believe in the Son will be given everlasting life. They make sure that they get the whole crowd to reject God's gift of salvation.
Same line.
It is not a coincidence, this connection of the snake and the butterfly. These are very symbolic images, and it is representing the devil. Another symbol they use is the eye. If we look at Taylor Swift's Instagram, we see that there are 3 animals repeatedly featured in her photos and videos, and these are the snake, the butterfly, and the cat. We have already gone into the symbolism of the snake and the butterfly, but what is the cat? If you don't understand the symbolism of the third eye and how it relates to Satanism, then you should watch the video I made about XXXTentacion. Here's a clip.
Now there's different realms. There's at least 9, and there's even animals that can see in all 9 realms or all 9 dimensions, like the snake, for example, or the cat. That you see the equivalency of their eyes. You know what I'm saying? They see all 9 dimensions. Like, get a cat, bring him to the house, set him in the middle of the floor, and you'll know if you got ghosts running around your house. Because the cat will look like cat. You'll notice that. You see how cats look around because they see everything. They're not looking at nothing, but they're looking at something that's in a different dimension that you can't see.
And they have that capability versus us.
Exactly. What we have is called the naked eye. But see, you can evolve.
Many people do not understand why the Egyptians worshipped cats, but X is right in understanding that it is because cats are spiritual beings. What many Luciferians believe in has been dubbed the Black Awakening. And what that is the day when the veil will be lifted between our realm and the spirit realm. The way that X says that cats can see into the other dimension, even while being in the physical realm, this will be for all people. Allegedly, there are already many Luciferians who have been engaged in occult practices which include murder, human sacrifice, that they have acquired spiritual vision.
And they have that capability versus us.
Exactly. What we have is called the naked eye. But see, you can evolve. My whole goal throughout the human race, for that matter, is to watch everybody evolve. You get what I'm saying?
The ultimate goal is to bring Lucifer's kingdom onto the earth.
The devil showed up. He said, I was your daddy. He spoke to me the amount of time. I was your daddy. I gave you everything you needed. I took care of you. I blessed you. I protected you. I killed people for you. I did everything. I gave you powers. I gave you a name in the kingdom of darkness. I gave you a name. When people came against you, I destroyed them because I knew that you were going to be the vessel that I was going to use to move my kingdom on the earth. To move my kingdom on the earth.
And the way that they do that is not physically. They do not open up a giant fiery hole in the ground and rain in hell. They do this simply by opening people's eyes.
But they're looking at something that's in a different dimension that you can't see.
And they have that capability versus us.
Exactly. What we have is called the naked eye. But see, you can evolve. My whole goal throughout the human race, for that matter, is to watch everybody evolve. You get what I'm saying?
I've joined forces with some of the most powerful black magicians on this planet, and together we have received direct communications from the most powerful and most feared devils known to man, collectively calling themselves the Gatekeepers. They have made contact with the human race in preparation for a leap in human evolution. Hi, I'm E.A. Coetting, and I'm proud to present the most complete pathworking ever conceived to put you in contact with the darkest manifestation of Lucifer. They have made contact with the human race in preparation for a leap in human evolution.
My whole goal throughout the human race, for that matter, is to watch everybody evolve. You get what I'm saying?
The darkest manifestation of Lucifer.
You see that Taylor understands this by showing the cat with the third eye in her video. She understands all of this. In my documentary called Blue Ivy, I show concrete evidence, more so than anything I've ever shown before, that Lana Del Rey is in fact singing about the devil. And not only that, but she is in love with him. You can only meet the devil in astral projection, and if you're new to this channel, then you might not already know this, but astral projection induces the same state of consciousness you have when you're dreaming via meditation. Lana portrays herself as what is dubbed the Blue Ivy, which is code for Lucifer's daughter.
Blue Ivy spelled backwards is Ulab Yivi, which the significance of that is that that is actually what's thought to be Satan's daughter's name in Latin.
Oh, really?
No.
Wait, so Satan...
Now that kind of changes, that's like, I believe that. Like that changes everything. Do I the ivy and the big blue?
Blue ivy spelled backwards is actually what's thought to be Satan's daughter.
The second single on Taylor Swift's Reputation album is titled Ready For It, and it tells the story of how she fell in love with a ghost, and they had amazing times in their dreams, and he was her boyfriend. This is exactly what happened to not only Lana, but many other girls in the Luciferian religion who met Lucifer. And you see flashing in the background is a white horse, and one of Taylor Swift's early hits is titled White Horse. If you ever hear an artist singing about a white horse or a dark horse, these are also symbols of the occult because they are relating to the apocalypse in the Bible. Both the actual music video and this lyric video relevate around what has been dubbed the coming singularity. This is a real term used by scholars and scientists to mean the era where man and machine will be combined. People will have computer chips implanted onto their bodies soon, and I talk about this a lot on the Apocalypto channel, in which I believe it to pave the way towards the mark of the beast. In the Bible, it states in Revelation 13,
"And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand, or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name."
and this is something we will see come to fruition in the next decade or so. Do you ever wonder why Taylor Swift has such an unhealthy obsession with the number 13? You must realize that the number 13 is related to dark witchcraft, and I mean in a big way. It is arguably the most esteemed number of Satanism and the Illuminati. And one time, Taylor Swift actually waited until June 13th to announce that she would stand outside signing autographs for 13 hours. This sounds like a ritual for the number 13. In the Look What You Made Me Do music video, the number 13 appears once, and it only appears for less than a quarter of a second. What is the point of including this at all? This again sounds like a ritual or a subliminal message. You need to open your eyes. What you probably already realize is that fame is a power, and they receive this power from Lucifer, and they will glorify him in any occult way that they can, and make sure that other people glorify him as well. I hope this video has helped open your eyes. Have a good week, guys, and God bless.